I'm not sure if his car always does that.
Vince. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Well, you ran and shot at us, so no.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
He doesn't look like he is injured though. Is he just talking shit about his face? Also, what is that?
Do you
Yeah,
want us to
that's
stab you?
like the worst
Tell
one.
us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing.
Where'd Rusty even get that?
A few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory.
With me and
of once
Mr.
a
Billy
degenerate,
Club here.
always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness.
We're gonna have a deep
case.
philosophical
Find him
conversation.
in cell.
Richard
Just
here
the three
knows
of
the
us.
drill.
With my foot in your ass. Oh, there's something to call in. I think there's a phone behind you. The minimap says there's a phone somewhere.
Is it over here?
Oh, there is. Old-timey phone booth. Looks like an outhouse.
Operator, give me dispatch.
What are you calling for? Just wanted to chat.
Well, I missed you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
So I screwed this part
Were
up
any
too
incident
when
reports
I first
filed in
played,
the
because
vicinity of
like
Barron's Bar on North Beaudry
I'm not
Avenue? We're
sure
tracking a
if
sailor who was
the
involved in a fight outside the bar.
cab actually appears on your map or not. You have to like
I have a message for
kind
you
of
from
find
Captain
it.
Donnelly. Message reads,
Rusty, what the fuck are you
James
doing back
Jessup,
there?
U.S. Navy
Taking a
naval
leak.
seaman has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
So I was able to finish it without ever getting the cab.
I see.
Because I think basically what'll happen is you do everything else, and at some point you'll get like a message on the radio like, "Hey,
You can drive.
we found it,"
And where exactly are we going?
and so they'll tell you when it's
I
on
see.
the map.
Who arrested that movie producer? It's about time some of those movie people went.
It's kind of dark for 1:30 in the afternoon.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
He always has the smuggest faces.
Oh, that's secretary's room.
Oh, I think that's it right there.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure, we had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing his finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Go kill that hobo.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we heading?
We got some hobos to shove.
I think a bit more than shoving happens.
Oh man, is it gonna be a hobo brawl?
Might be a hobo brawl.
Oh goddamn!
Hard evidence on any of them.
You get to punch me some dirty hobos. Well, at least this
You gotta
one's
put
dirty.
gloves on though, because you don't want to get it on your hands.
Oh yeah.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Only have time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KTPL, we have Lars Terrellson picked up.
11K, roger.
Rusty,
Reset Rusty's position because he hit a thing.
Rusty, you fucker.
He warped time. So Rusty's like, Tokyo Tomare. Alright, here you go. Fucking Rusty's bringing a boomstick with him.
Jesus Christ!
I'd run too if that was the case.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Travis. You need to hold out to the cavalry round.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot is down, Phelps.
You want your rightful share? We need to fight for it.
I forget that.
One of your shoulder buttons should lock on.
Damn. The brawling doesn't happen often enough for me to actually remember. Alright, let's try that again.
I really don't know why we can't skip cutscenes.
Yeah, we're a bunch of fascists. Blah, blah, blah. Shoot one hobo in the chest.
Blat blat.
No, just a singular blat.
LAPD,
Like that fucker in the background,
Save
just
it
like,
for someone who's interested.
got him.
They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Travis. You need to hold out to the cavalry round.
How do we do that?
Like
Like this.
Buckshot is down, Phelps.
You want your rightful share? We need to fight
Run.
for it.
You have to hold whatever the button is.
These men know they're harboring
Okay.
a murderer.
Should punch him.
I was trying.
I mean, the face buttons do everything else.
Oh.
Literally everything else is the buttons on your controller, you silly.
Alright.
I think it's squares, punch, triangles, grapple once they're kind of weakened.
Okay, okay. I can do this.
And one of the other ones is block. I don't remember which one.
But L2 is lock on.
There you go.
LAPD,
Rusty loves shooting hobos,
like a
so
word
it's
with
fine.
you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Travis. You need to hold out to the cavalry round.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot, keep down, Phelps.
If you disciples know what you did last night?
We need to fight for it!
I like your hat. Oh, spinning pile driver.
Figured son of a bitch.
Flash kick.
His acolytes, Phelps.
Oh, I did it.
He's dead.
That was
What's your
super
name?
fast.
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
And they're just leaving the other hobos there to rot.
Probably. Now raid his hobo shack.
Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Oh, newspaper. The most important collectible, actually.
Doodly 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 doo.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir.
Take a seat, Courtney.
Man, look at the nostrils on that guy.
He needs proper ventilation.
Oh, of course.
We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I wonder how many marbles you could stick up there.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical
marbles.
school's going well. I got a part-time
Couple
job.
jelly beans,
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
Cheerios.
We made a mistake and we're in
Especially
trouble.
Cheerios.
If he
A
nods
local
extra hard,
gangster,
you hear a
Mickey
rattle from
Cohen,
his head.
is putting on the squeeze.
Hammer space
So
nose.
hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them. That they
Oh
would
God,
build
look at
up
his
slowly.
face!
They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors.
God, it's
But they-
everywhere!
And they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters
Like,
being
this guy's like
dishonest.
metered
My
and
problem
like,
is that people are
but this
dying.
guy's just
And that if this gets back
made
to
of
us,
Play-Doh.
we'll all end up in jail.
I mean, I guess they're trying to make him seem
So how am I
unhinged, so it's
supposed to
working.
help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We didn't have magic wands.
He's like, oh no, I gave the dope to the gangsters, and then the gangsters aren't doing what they said they would.
Oh man.
And if we find out it was us, we're in big trouble.
The only thing these guys understand is force.
And
Sheldon.
Kelso's like, no.
They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. I'd say, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
Ugh.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind
Is
of
he
shit, Sheldon.
better or worse than Bobby Zilch for you?
Oh, he's better. Bobby Zilch is just pure revulsion on my part.
It's
Like,
just nightmare.
yeah. I mean, this guy's just weird looking. Like, fascinatingly weird.
So yeah, all that stolen war morphine is gonna be causing some problems later. Pocket more money, Cole. Uh-oh.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Uh-oh.
This looks bad for our hobo. Uh-oh.
Oh, this looks extra bad for our hobo.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Yeah, put it down, Phelps.
Boodly-doo.
Is that all?
Yep.
Alright.
That was the noise of progress. Now I think you'll have a bunch of different people to interview. The one hobo that escaped unscathed.
Not done with you.
I'm out of here.
Alright. That's right.
Uh-oh.
Get back
He
in your
just
tent.
phased through the tent.
You drive. I need to go over the
I
case
didn't like
notes.
the way that hobo was eyeballing me for shoving the other hobo around. Had to put him in his place. Had to make sure he wasn't going to say nothing.
But you pushed him through reality.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Is that where hobos deserve to be?
Husband has an
In the
alibi,
rift between
but no
space
real
and
motive
time.
other than
They are
black.
in the
Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has
fucking thing in
history, opportunity, hard
Marvel,
evidence.
the null something zone.
We have the evidence. We
It's like
know
where they
she
have
was
like a
here.
weird
All we need is
super
confession.
prison
We can charge the bum
in the
for
space
murder.
between reality. Or maybe it's just the null zone. I forget.
So who do you think did it? Like they said, the hobo has no motive yet.
Yet.
He is everything but that.
We're going this way.
I don't know who.
I have no idea. I always
I don't have
forget where
time
the
for
other
song
interview
and
room
dance
is.
Oh, it's.
Oh, isn't it like down this way or something? Yeah, here we go.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
Yeah, flamethrowers
You'll
were
get no
heavy.
argument
They
from
were like
me.
70, 80
It
pounds.
was a heavy load.
You feeling
more.
sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
He just looks like he shit his pants like as soon as he finished the sentence.
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
Yikes.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
What do we have for evidence at this point? We have so much crap. So we don't know his boot size, so we can't use the boots. So it might just be bad cop again.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
What?
Holy shit, you did it.
Wow.
Yeah, the only way to get the cab, you actually have to just, like, manually drive around town yourself.
I see.
And then they'll be like, hey, the cab's here. And then you go find it. I'm pretty sure the result is the same, but you
Man
Uh,
get
down on his luck, I can
some extra detail.
But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach.
It's like, oh, if you did this, you would have confirmed it for sure, but you did it anyway, so yay.
Oh,
I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some.
I'm
men in
just
to remove
impressed
the
at how
godless
fast
and send
that
them on the
went.
way over the county line.
Yeah, I think if you missed, if you, like, got those wrong,
Grand result.
you wouldn't get them immediately. You'd have to...
I see.
You might end up arresting the wrong guy if you didn't. I mean, when a guy's like, yeah, their necks are so fragile, it's like, all right.
Yeah, this fucker's going down.
Yeah.
Wow. 13 of 17 clues. City damage, $311. That's mostly Rusty's fault. Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's me. Vehicle damage is Rusty's fault.
Yeah, so you still get the right guy, but there's like one extra witness if you
See,
find a
I'd like to
caddy.
think that's more efficient. I did it with less clues than necessary.
There you go.
This place again.
Phelps, you're here without that asshole. Let me get you a seat.
Now my heart
Yay, the nice guy's back. Anything for this guy.
You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
A lot of women murder in this game.
Well, this whole desk does end up revolving around the serial killer they've been after for years.
Right.
So the fact that there's a pattern is the idea.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear
Rusty's
that
so
someone
polite,
has
just-
hooked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
So you want to go to the pawn shop or the rail yard first?
Another
I'll go to
body
the pawn shop.
and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
No, not that door.
You get that book of riddles shoved up your
Phelps,
ass.
you idiot.
Is that what your old man paid
Can't
college
go out that way.
tuition for?
You're behind the wheel.
We gotta go figure out where all this evidence from 2 cases ago is suddenly turning up. Because that looks bad for us.
Sure does.
I'm waiting for Rusty to like get hit by a car as he zips around.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Eternal vigilance. Can these diseases
It's probably more justifiable to run when the gangsters look like the detectives.
Yeah.
They all dress the same. Tonight on Pawn Stars.
Yeah, but this murder weapon is clearly worth $2,000. Can I get that much? No.
I'll offer you 800.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a
Can you
rose
do
gold wedding and
1700?
engagement ring?
David Bremner.
Look,
gonna
we're running
get
a
something
business
for this
here.
Pledge. Gave that bum money. Now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks.
Try another number.
20.
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ooh. Ooh, shiny. Phelps doesn't know which one to pocket first.
I want them both.
I love it when his hand's just like, yes.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Precious.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the fall.
Phelps doesn't wear it. He doesn't know.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build,
Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
And I'd also like to purchase that saxophone you have on your wall.
Make sure there ain't no more clues.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
To the rail yard, dummy. Didn't you listen to the chief?
Didn't you hear what he said to do? Rusty, where'd you go?
Oh, he was struggling with the newspaper box and the bench.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Blair County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Dun dun.
All right, what kind of delicious murder goodies can you find
ready?
here?
Follow me.
With a delicious murder filling.
With the rings under our hats while we speak.
Holy shit, he's driving fast.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty.
This controls like a fat man on a unicycle.
I have a feeling it's probably accurate of cars of the 40s.
Please,
That's
keep her decent. Keep her decent.
I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
So there's 2 witnesses somewhere, and then also the body.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You found
Rusty
the body?
just wants to kick an ass. He doesn't
Yes, I
care
did.
whose ass he kicks.
I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Whoa.
Why didn't you report the
shifty.
body, Jameson? Do you know how this is gonna look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
All right, calm down, you John Goodman-looking motherfucker.
Oh my god, he kind of does.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Striking that Superman pose.
Yeah, he went from...
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take.
Da-da-da.
I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a
They're
little
under
more
arrest.
like to be true.
Million years dungeon for kissing a dead body.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
We dig up corpses.
Fine. You get this sack of shit into a cell, I'll deal with him later.
Sure, oh shit, he's gonna beat me up again.
Beats him up so good that Boondock Saints pays him to beat him up.
Dear Evelyn.
But God Almighty.
I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become.
Trying to get her to come home.